Kaepernick is protesting what he sees as racial injustice in America. Joining me now to talk about all this, Maricopa County, Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Sheriff, what would you tell this multi-millionaire if he was within earshot of you?
Well, I'll tell you, I just 3 hours ago in the Tent City Jail, I had inmates that are veterans and others listen to the national anthem. They stood up, they put their hand next to their heart, and isn't that great? Now you got a couple of football players that don't like certain situations. I know they have First Amendment rights, but I think it's disgusting. That's my personal opinion.
It's extraordinary. You'll have criminals, felons in your jails who will stand up at the national anthem, and this guy who's got the world in a string, he's making millions and millions of dollars, 61 million guaranteed, can't bring himself to do it. Now, he was even going so far during one of the practices a couple of weeks ago of wearing these socks that had policemen depicted as pigs. We got a picture of it right there. What do you make of that?
Well, there's a war on cops. I guess he's involved in that, which is sad. Supposed to set an example, and I think this is an insult. And once again, when I was at the Cleveland convention, giving introducing Trump, they're burning the flag outside. It just destroyed me on that they're burning our American flag. I know they have the right to do it. So I wonder what this country, what's happening in this country. It's very, very sad. Well,
Sheriff, I'm wondering if we are in danger of going through another downward spiral in crime like we did in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. I lived through a lot of that period, and I saw it go down. Thank God we came back because of people like Rudy Giuliani and you who had stronger police methods. But are we in serious danger of going down that rabbit hole again?
Yeah, you can thank the Department of Justice sticking their nose into all these police departments, including my agency, trying to control the police departments and establish policies that they feel is right. And I think that's one of our big problems. But, we have to do something about it. I was with Donald Trump from day one, and on the illegal immigration, I'm glad he's also talking about the drug traffic that's coming across our border. That's a very serious problem when you talk about the inner cities and crime and violence. It's the drug problem that's perpetuating a lot of this crime that's occurring in our country.
Well, of course, Sheriff, this week he was talking a lot about immigration as well. We should mention that 36%, over 36% of the crimes, the offenses committed in the United States were committed by illegal immigrants. And even when you take out immigration offenses themselves, it's still about 14% of all sentences in the United States committed by illegal immigrants. Now Donald Trump says that's where he wants to focus, not just on the 11 million broad, but that specific group of people. Do you think he'll have success there?
Oh, yeah, if he takes office, and I'll tell you, watch out when he becomes president. Another thing, I had 10,000 people in the jails that I run that were turned over to ICE. They were there for different crimes, not being here just illegally, turning them over to ICE. Guess what? 39% have come back to the same jails I run.
Wow.
You figure that one out.
Well, and another thing he wants to do is enact Kate's Law. Of course, that creates mandatory minimum sentences for aliens that come back after they've been kicked out. Is that going to help you?
Of course it is. He has a great 10-point plan, by the way. It makes common sense. Hillary doesn't like it, and she's saying he should worry about Arizona when he was here. You got to worry about Mexico. She should be going to Mexico, especially Secretary of State, and try to get the Mexicans to do something about the drug and illegal immigration. They don't want to go to Mexico, Obama and her, to try to insult the Mexicans because they're not doing the job. So, this is all politics, and we need a new president, and Donald Trump will be a great president. I'm not afraid to say that. I said it from day one. I'll say it now. We need him back as a law enforcement official for 55 years. I can say we need him as President of the United States. I'm not talking about politics right now. I'm talking about a guy that fought the drugs in Mexico and Turkey, everywhere else. We got to do something about that problem.
Sheriff
and he's
Joe,
the first one.
We got to leave it at that. Sheriff Joe Arpaio, have a good holiday weekend, Sheriff. Appreciate you coming here.